friends. How are you all doing today? I hope we've all mutually agreed to just ignore the mess in my background. It's fine. I'm coping with it. A while back, I did a tier ranking video where I tier ranked every single Nancy Drew game, and I had so much fun making that video, so I was like, I want to do another tier ranking video, completely ignoring the fact that they've kind of gone out of fashion now, but when has that ever stopped me? So I was racking what little brains I have, trying to think of another tier ranking video idea, trying to think what I care about. And you know what else I care a lot about? If you know me, this comes as no surprise. If you can read and have read the video title, this comes as no surprise. But I fucking love Red Dead Redemption, particularly Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's create some more drama by ranking all the members of the Vanderlyn gang in Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it'll be fun for me. Hope it'll be fun for you too. Let's get to it. Yeehaw. Alrighty, actually learn how to use presentation mode this time. So here we are looking much more professional. You can't even see all my bookmarks this time. Here are my tiers. Let's go through them from the bottom up. The bottom tier, the worst tier. I also have more tiers this time because I found I had more nuance in my thoughts. The bottom tier is called Delete Their Code, aka, take this character out of the fucking game. You're disgusting. I don't want to see you. I will literally mod my game and remove you because I hate you so much. Absolutely despicable characters. I think you already know who I'm talking about here. Like, there are a few tiers which I created basically specifically for one certain character. Right up from Delete Their Code is problematic. Pretty self-explanatory. In the middle, we have No Thoughts. This is my idea of a middle tier, at least. It's characters that I don't really care about. I don't hate them. I don't love them. They're like middle of the road. Up from there, we've got Problematic but Sexy. This is another tier that was created for a specific character, which you might be able to guess, but if not, you will see as we go through. Maybe there'll be more characters in this category. We shall see. Next up, we've got Cowbay, which are characters that I love. They're bays. Do people even use bay anymore? Am I just like super outdated? I feel like a boomer all the time. More and more every day. Hopefully bay is still a term that people relate to. And at the very top, we have Cowboy Jesus. See, I'm not religious, but if I was, whoever's in this tier would be my religion. Those are the tiers. Let's get into it. First up, I'm pretty sure this is Abigail. Sorry, I just need some water. I'm feeling a bit thirsty over here. I don't know why. I love Abigail. She's a cowbay. John does not deserve her. She is just a wonderful woman all around. I think she and Bonnie should date instead. Like, maybe after John dies, she and Bonnie do hit it off. Ooh, I think this is Arthur. It's also really hard to tell. If you know me, you know that I would die for Arthur Morgan many times. I love him so much. Oh my god, I'm like almost in tears just thinking about him. This is awful. Like, he's a collection of pixels. I love him so much. I would marry him. When I play Red Dead Redemption 2, my brain is just like, wow, I don't want kids, but I mean, I would consider having children with this man. Very, very seriously. I want to raise some kids with this man right here. In other words, he brings out the most heterosexual side of me. I don't know, I love him so much. I think it's like basically impossible not to fall head over heels in love with Arthur Morgan when you play Red Dead 2. Like, if you don't, then I accuse you of having no soul. Anyway, I think I need some more Diet Coke. The thirst is so strong. Alright. Whew. I got all like my emotions out right at the start. I should have buried Arthur a little deeper in here. I think this is Bill Williamson. I think. His beard doesn't look as bushy as it is in the game. When I was like playing Red Dead 2 for the first time, I was like, well, Bill's so dumb. It's kind of endearing how stupid he is, but then he starts to be racist and you're like, oh, I see. It's not so cute anymore. So he's just problematic. Educate yourself. Next up is Charles. Charles is wonderful. We all know this. He'd be the best person to have around in a crisis. He's just a very nice man. Here we go. It's Dutch. Yay. Everyone's favorite problematic but sexy gang leader. I hate to admit it because Dutch, he is an awful person. He is an awful person. But yet he's so sexy. Maybe it is just his outfit that makes him so sexy. That black waistcoat with the red on the back. My goodness, that is a look, Dutch. He may have committed some crimes, but he did not commit any fashion crimes. At least until Red Dead 1.
Well, you look perfectly idiotic in those clothes.
Mrs. Grimshaw. I was gonna say she goes into the no thoughts category, but I got so mad when she just... Hold on a minute. If you haven't played Red Dead 2, I encourage you to not watch the rest of this video, because I'm surprised I haven't spouted out any major spoilers before now, but I'm about to. So if you haven't played it, click away, because I think it's a better experience if you go into it not knowing anything that's gonna happen, which is how I started my first playthrough of Red Dead 2, and then partway through the game I was like, oh, I love this game so much, I'm just gonna follow a few Red Dead 2 stan accounts on Twitter. Do not do that. Learn from my mistakes, because I learned a big spoiler for the end of the game, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It would have been like way more impactful if I'd learned it actually in the game instead of, well, just casually scrolling through my Twitter feed on a Wednesday. Anyway, Miss Grimshaw, I got so mad, spoiler, please leave, when she shot Molly. I don't think she deserved it. If you're gonna shoot anyone, shoot Dutch. Support other women. Don't believe this man here just because he has a nice vest. I mean, that's basically the whole game. Everyone's like, yes, Dutch, you have such a nice vest. You are so sexy. I will do anything you ask. I mean, it's not exactly that. I don't think that's a direct quote from the game. I don't think anyone ever compliments Dutch on his vest, which I, like, honestly, a crime in itself. Like, it's, honestly, for one thing, it's remarkable that he's kept it as pristine as it is. I think I just have an obsession with Dutch's vest, so if you know anywhere where I can buy one, please write it down in the comments. Anyway, I'm spending way too much time talking about Dutch's fashion sense, and not enough time actually ranking these characters. Hosea! He's the grandfather I never had, that I always wanted. I mean, I do have grandfathers, but they're not Hosea, no offense. They're not a cowboy con artist from the 1890s. So what good are they really? No, I love my grandparents. I want to go fishing with Hosea. I mean, I don't think I'd ever say that because I don't like fishing. But for him, I would. Oh, he's so lovely. Oh. We have Jack up next. Little Jack Marston. I have thoughts about Jack Marston. I hate him in Red Dead 1 because he's an annoying, ungrateful little shit. I don't really like him in Red Dead 2, even though he's like, you know, this sweet, innocent little boy still for the most part. But, like, the reason that I don't really like Jack in Red Dead 2 is because of the voice acting. It's very obvious that the person who's voicing Jack Marston is not a child. It is an adult, probably a woman voicing him, like an adult woman. It just really takes me out of the world and totally breaks my immersion, because like the voice acting in this game is fucking amazing for the most part, except for Jack Marston. He's not a cute, endearing little child, because all I can hear is this adult putting on a child's voice and pretending to be a child, and I'm like, that's fucking weird. It just creeps me out. I mean, children creep me out in the first place, and I don't really like children. I think I would find Jack cute with his little scarf. Why am I so fixated on people's fashion choices? I'm like, I'd find him cute because he wears a scarf. Anyway, I think I might find him cute and more endearing if they had chosen to use a child actor. Like I say, it breaks my immersion. I don't want to say he's problematic for that, but it's a problem. Javier, or Javier, however the stupid way they pronounce it. One of the most amazing things that Red Dead 2 does is make the antagonists of Red Dead 1 seem sympathetic, and you can really understand why John cared so much about the gang and all its members. Because in Red Dead 1, you're like, John, why the fuck were you even in this gang? Everyone's a fucking asshole, manipulative, cutthroat, traitors, and they don't give a fuck about you. But in Red Dead 2, you're like, wow, that's why. I mean, not with Bill Williamson, but he deserves better than becoming whatever he is in Red Dead 1. Let's not even go there. John Marston. When I started playing Red Dead 2, I was like, wow, this sucks not having John Marston as the protagonist. And then you get introduced to Arthur, and like about 15 minutes after playing as Arthur, you're like, wow, I love this man. I am in love with this man. John Marston, he is kind of problematic, and he is pretty sexy, at least in Red Dead 2. In Red Dead 1, he looks like a toad. How did he go from his attractive little kind of like boy band self in Red Dead 2 to looking like a toad in just a few years? He's a shitty dad and a shitty husband / partner. He does kind of redeem himself. He gets his redemption, but he's kind of an asshole. He's also just John Marston, and he's a himbo, and I have a weakness for himbos, so let's put him in Cowbay, acknowledging at the same time that he is slightly problematic. Here is a Trelawney tipping his hat and saying, "My partner." But he wouldn't say that because he's posh and British. Let's put him in problematic but sexy because he abandons the gang when they need him. I wouldn't, like, share my fries with him or anything like that. Whereas for everyone in the Cowbay category, I'd be like, oh, you want all my fries and my McNuggets? I mean, sure, go ahead. I love you. As long as you save a single fry for me. That's a bad analogy because we would never be in context when we're all sharing McDonald's together. But, I love food. And I think it says a lot about me that I would just give up my food for them. That's how much I care about them. I don't think, like, no one but Arthur I would absolutely die for, but I would give them my McDonald's fries, which is the second step down. Here's Kieran. Yes, she deserves better. She's wonderful. She's got so much personality. She's like, that's that's Kieran.
Letty, my boy. Letty.
I don't think I can even say his name in a normal voice anymore. It's just Letty. He's a sweetheart. Another character who deserves better. Almost all these characters deserve better. Like I said that about Abigail. I think that about Hosea. We don't know about Charles, but I'm sure he does deserve better because he is so amazing. Javier definitely deserves better. John deserves better. Karen deserves better. Deserves better. And here we have Mary Beth. She is a Cowbay. She's a sweetheart. I want to protect her. The fact that she has a crush on Arthur, I'm like, I relate. And I don't understand why more people don't have crushes on Arthur. Micah, you're disgusting. You disgust me. I would kill him myself if I could. I've never killed anyone in my whole life, but I would kill Micah without even thinking about it. I think every Red Dead 2 fan will relate here in just absolutely despising everything about Micah. His greasy hair, his disgusting greasy personality, the way he wins Dutch over for no discernible reason. Oh, hey, Dutch, I'm a shitty person. Wow. Micah's so great. Arthur, I don't give a shit about you anymore, even though you're devoting your heart and soul to this gang. Micah is doing the bare minimum, and I love him for it. Huh? I hate Micah. Everything is his fault. Everything is his fault. Molly. I think Molly deserves better as well. I don't think she's quite Cowbay. Obviously, she has some issues. She needs therapy. She needs help more than she needs to be vilified for her actions. And I am weak for Irish accents, along with Southern accents. And she's sexy. As the category says, she is sexy. Pearson, I don't give a fuck about you. Like, Pearson is such a random member of the gang. It's like, he doesn't feel like he really fits in at all. It's Sadie! Yay! Sadie's badass. She's beautiful. She's amazing. She also deserves better. And then we have Sean. You know what? Let's just put Sean Cowbay. I think I am, honestly, Sean. Like, the rowdy, goofy, annoying one. Like, does that sound familiar to me? Maybe a little. Again, he deserves better. Maybe this category should just be, they deserve better. I can't believe I've forgotten his name. My brain is like, Scrooge. It is Ebenezer Scrooge. No, what's his name? Mr. Austrian Man. How have I forgotten this? I've played this game multiple times and I think about it like every day. And I was playing it yesterday and I was antagonizing him. What is his name? Okay, we'll come back to him. Okay, Reverend Swanson. He does have issues. Again, like Molly, he needs help, and he does get it. So I support that, but I don't really like or dislike him. I'm glad that, he starts recovering and becoming a better person throughout the course of the game. He's got that character development, which we love to see. But again, like, why is he even a member of this gang? What does he contribute? Even Pearson contributes more than him. What is he doing there? What is his purpose? Tilly, I love her. I feel like she's underappreciated. I hear lots of people talking about Sadie and about Abigail and about Kieran, but I don't hear enough people talking about Tilly. Maybe I'm just not, like, revolving in the right circles. Is that the right term? Revolving? I wish we'd seen more of her in the game, honestly. Like, she deserved more screen time. That's the one thing about this game. It's so long, but at the end of it, I'm like, I still wish I'd spent more time with every single one of these characters. Like, I want to get to know all of them better, except a few on the lower side of the scale. Everyone from No Thoughts down, I'm like, yeah, I could spend much less time with you. But everyone, like, from here up, I'm like, I want to know you better. Where is the story DLC, Rockstar? Here we go. It's Uncle. He sucks. He's kind of, like, more the comic relief than actually problematic. He's lazy, which, I mean, if I was criticizing him for that, I would be a hypocrite. I'm glad he's in the game, because I love when people bully Uncle. I think if I knew him in real life, I'd hate him too. Alright, what's this fucker's name? What is his name? Schwab. His name is not Schwab. Schumacher. Sausage. It begins with an S, doesn't it? Strauss! Strauss. There we go! Problematic. He makes Arthur be the worst side of himself. And I hate him for that. Find another job, buddy, other than money lending and forcing others to do your dirty work. He leaves others to feel the guilt for his own actions. Like, he just comes and he's like, oh yes, I'll lend you money, but he leaves it up to someone else, aka Arthur, to actually get that money back and actually have to see the people suffer and, like, threaten and intimidate them and also get tuberculosis in the process. You know, fucking Strauss should be dead from tuberculosis right now. That's what I think. I think that would be a better ending to the game. There we have it. My definitive Red Dead 2 tier ranking list. Let me know if you disagree with any of these. I feel like this is slightly less controversial than my Nancy Drew tier list. Let me know your thoughts and which ways you agree with my list, which ways you disagree with it. I had so much fun making this. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you aren't too mad at me for putting certain characters in certain places, but it's my opinion in the end. If you have a different opinion, that is totally fine. That is totally fine. I'll let you have your opinions, unless it's putting Micah anywhere but the delete their code category, because then I will fight you. Anyway, for those of you who I'm not fighting today, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You can also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/uglygirl. And if you like this video, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you so desire. Bye!